Carlos Nelson with What's Up Kansas City. And we have one of our young urban professionals on today. Who do we have?
My name is Tahirah Hinds, and I am the owner of Sweetwists Loctician Services.
What's that all about?
Our loctician services is basically just about healthy hair, educating our clients on their lock journey, providing educational services and classes, and encouraging women to embrace their power through their hair.
Excellent. All right, let's go down memory lane.
Okay.
Let's go down. Tell our audience a little bit about yourself. And I like to start off with kindergarten to talk about your journey into what you do for a living.
Okay, that's a long story.
That's all right.
Okay,
You got plenty of time.
Okay, so kindergarten. I was actually born in Chicago. I was born on the north side of Chicago to two very beautiful people. So my kindergarten life happened in Chicago. I moved from Chicago. I was about 8 or 9. I moved to Kansas City, and then I went to school at JS Chick, which was an African Center school back in the day.
Right around the corner from my house. I lived on 52nd Street.
Really? They knocked that down now, you know.
Yeah, I'm saying my people still live over there. My daughter lives there in that neighborhood, and my ex-wife.
Okay. After JS Chick, after 5th grade, I had got accepted into Lincoln Prep. I was so excited about going to Lincoln Prep. And then my dad came home one day and he was like, "Hey guys, we're moving to Barbados." And I was like, "No, I don't want to go." But it was an amazing experience. I did secondary school and college in Barbados. While I was in secondary school, which is like high school here back in the States, I got my first job working in a hair salon, and it was a lock salon. And that is when I fell in love with locks. I was probably about 15. So exactly 15, 16 years ago now. And I learned from the master loctician there. You know, it was a way to earn some income while I was in high school, just something to keep me busy. And I really didn't develop a passion for it until I had moved back to Kansas City. That was around 2011. I moved back to Kansas City. And then I decided that while I was doing my 9 to 5, you know, I really wanted to do something on the side that still brought me joy and fulfillment. And I was just like, you know what? Let me go back to that very first skill that I learned that I was able to make profit from and that I enjoyed doing, which was being in the lock industry, the hair care industry. So, you know, I went to all the necessary classes, certificate programs, and I decided to start my business.
How difficult was that?
How difficult was that? How difficult was that? Yeah. Let's see. I was working full time. So, you know, I didn't have a lot of time to travel out of state to take classes. So I would act like I needed sick days and stuff to take flights to Atlanta and Houston and St. Louis.
Is that where you had to take these classes at?
I did, because there were not any certification classes in the state of Missouri or Kansas. So I did have to travel elsewhere to do that. It was difficult, but you know, you make it happen if that's what you want. If you want something in life, you got to make your sacrifices. So 6 long years to get to where I'm at today, and I still have so much growth still. But started in my house, literally in my bedroom. It was separated by just like a divider. One side was my salon, the other side was like my bed. I was there. I did that for probably like 4 years. And then finally
What kind of money was you making per se
from my business?
For you to decide to take it to that next step.
It really, honestly, a lot of people think that I was making a lot of money. I'm going to be very honest. I was not making a lot of money. However, I ran the numbers, I wrote my business plan, and I was able to project how much money I could possibly make if I was able to dedicate all of my time to my business versus having to go to my 9 to 5 and do my business. So it was just a matter of figuring out a way to increase my clientele where it would literally force me to have to leave my job in order to cater to my growing clientele. So eventually I did do that. But I want to say around maybe 2018 or 17, somebody told me I should go inquire at the Location 1 building for a suite there. And I was so scared. I didn't think he would have anything. I only called just to satisfy just that, resentment I would have if I didn't call. And he was like, oh yeah, I got a suite. Come on down and look at it. Then I got nervous. My palms started. So I was like, wait, you're not supposed to say you have anything. But I went, and the space that he showed me was beautiful. And it was a really small room. And I made that small room my home, my business home, for 2 years. And one day I
What
saw.
floor was you on?
I was on the second floor. I was in 207 when I first started. And it was so small. I was able to put 2 chairs in it. And then I had another room. And the other room I used for an esthetician. Absolutely love her. Esthetician. So she deals with, she does like facials, eyebrows, anything to do with the face. I really enjoyed having her in the space. It was beautiful to collaborate with another female entrepreneur. But then, I just felt like I was outgrowing that space. It was getting too small for me. And I was like, well, you know what? I might as well take another little leap of faith. If I can maximize my revenue, then I can help other women. I can put more chairs in my business. And I saw him in the hall one day and I was like, hey, John, you got a bigger space. And man, I'm telling you, God be on my side. Because he was like, you know what? I actually do. And he showed me it that same day. And that was the space that I met you in on the first floor.
That's a lovely space. I'm giving shout out to John because
definitely.
Yeah, because John with my business, John has been excellent. John has bought advertisement. John, it's like if you're right, he's gonna be right.
Yeah. Yeah, no, I've had nothing but good experiences there. So I have nothing but great things to say about John and the building on a whole. It's been great being there. When I moved down to the first floor, I had the space.
What was that like? When you first got the space and you looked at the space, tell our audience what that was like, what was going through your mind, what you was going to do and all of that type stuff.
One, I was like, why are all these walls yellow? They were yellow, like a horrible, horrible yellow. And then I was like, the minute I walked in a space, I'm like, God, this is going to cost me at least $10,000. It's like, that's the first thing I said. Oh, this is going to cost me like $10,000. But you know what? I kept walking in that space every day and visualizing what I wanted to look like. Because, it was a slow move from the second floor to the first floor. And I opened in January of 2020. That space, and then 2 months later, COVID, and I had to close for like 2.5 months, and I thought I was gonna have to close my business, but again, God is good, and John was good to me. He was good to all his tenants in the building. He made sure that we were taken care of and that we had everything that we needed during that time frame and felt safe to enter the building. So it helped me to assure my clients that they were going to be safe as well. But man, let me tell you something, that March, April, May.
What was that like for you? And what was going on in your mind about, hey, I've made these moves and now it looks like it might be.
Honestly, it was the first time I ever felt like defeated in the entrepreneurial journey. It was the first time I just really didn't know what to do. And it was a situation where I couldn't do anything. So I really just had to get still, be still, sit with myself, sit with God, and really just kind of reevaluate and restructure my business and just redirect how I was going to connect with my clients, because I didn't want them to feel like I forgot about them. And that's what kind of really jump started the development of my product line that I have, because
And
the
what's the
same
name
as
of
what
that?
you said, well, it's still under my brand, so it's still, sweet twisting oil, sweet mist, sweet hair food, everything. It just
All
has.
right, run down your products and what they do real quick.
Okay, awesome. Okay, so I love talking about my products because I spent years working on them. So my sweet twisting oil is not necessarily an oil for twisting. It's just an oil for moisture retention. It uses a base of avocado and grapeseed oils, which are some of the best oils that you can use for your scalp. And that's just helping you retain moisture. Our hydrating mist is just a hydration spray for your hair. A lot of people struggle with keeping hydration in their locks, so they're usually super dry. And we live in a climate that has all 4 seasons in Missouri. I just feel like winter is just at least 6 months, 7 months out the year. So I was like, I wanted to come up with something that would help people keep their locks hydrated. And then the hair food is really recent. I've been working on that one for a long time. That one is going to regrow hair. So, if you ever need to to bring that back, I got you. The hair food is just a growth serum, and it doubles as a beard oil too for the fellas. This year, I'm trying to come out with a completely separate line that is specifically designed for the men and their beards, so they don't feel left out, because I do have quite a bit of male clients who ask me about products too. I'm working on it. I got y'all.
Didn't know that.
You said what?
I didn't know that you had male clients, and
I do.
Show you what Mr. Nelson know. I didn't even know that you had your own product line.
I sure do.
Well, we're gonna have to talk about that.
Yes, we're working on the patent now, so it is big things happening.
All right. I interrupted you. I'm the cutoff king, but
that's okay.
Let's go back to
I'm
you
the
coming up. Who were some of your influences that influenced you, that helped shape who you are?
Okay, well, definitely I have to start within my own household. It's definitely going to be my entrepreneurial parents. My dad is an entrepreneur as well, so is my mother. Those were my first two influences. And then I would have to move to the very first person who gave me a job, which would be that master loctician that I studied with back in Barbados. Her name is Hajar. The name of her business is Happy Lock Groomers.
Shout out.
Immensely. I thank her immensely. And she's still doing what she's doing today, which is just amazing. But then when I come to Kansas City, I have to shout out people who have given me platforms and given me space to just flourish and grow. That's people like Simeon Taylor. That's people like Marquez. There's people like, gosh, you put me on the spot. People like Monique, who owns Armani Massage. I just went to her today. She reached out to me and was just like, I want to do something for you as a business owner. And she offered me a massage. And let me tell y'all,
you feeling good.
Go book a massage with her. Okay. It was amazing. Her space is beautiful. It's out in Overland Park. Trying to think about another mentor that I have. His name is Nicholas Muhammad. I know he probably doesn't want to be mentioned, but he is like, he's
what do he do for you?
Mentor.
Talk to me.
I can't tell you what he did for me.
When I say that, certain people get you in the right frame of mind.
Listen, he calls me every Sunday religiously, and he encourages me to stay focused. He encourages me to really kind of keep my eye on the ball. He's invested into my business. He has helped me with developing my business plan. He just helps me to see beyond what I am thinking. He helps me be bigger than I am. And I think, I need people like that in my life. So then I have to shout out each and every one of my clients who listen to my ranting every time they come get their hair done.
Now you sounding like me. That's what when I'm talking to you or my people, y'all listen to my ranting, and that's
we think it's ranting, but it's not. It's not.
It's real important, and that helps you build your relationships more than just a client. I'm doing your hair. Absolutely. No, what's going on in your life? This is what's going on in my life, and blah. And you see the commonality and the humanization and
Yes.
and
You have
and
to you have to relate, and you have to get down on a human level. I sometimes I feel like I overshare, but it's crazy how every time I think that, they'll call me out the blue or show up at the salon, and they'll share parts of their life with me, and I always just feel so grateful to be included. Like someone invited me to their wedding, and I was just like, I just do your hair. And she's like, no, you are way more than that. You are just a part of my circle. And that just makes me feel so good. Because again, I'm all about empowerment, specifically for women. I'm all about building that sisterhood. I'm all about just really kind of
I'm mad. I'm
building
just
a
telling you straight
connection.
out.
Why? Don't be
Because
mad.
hold it. And you know, I've seen something on LinkedIn today. Because
What?
the sisters, y'all had that sisterhood thing going like 70
But y'all
going
got,
bust.
but y'all got the brotherhood.
No, the brotherhood is not like men and their egos. They can't put that aside to come together to do a whole lot of things. That's just a fact.
And I'll tell you another fact. For the sisterhood, it's also hard for us to put our egos aside, and to put our competition mindset aside, and to really unify, because I feel like it has been imprinted on us from very young that we have to be in competition with other women. And that is the one thing that I preach is all about unification and collaboration with women. Another woman that is doing great is never your competition. She should always be your inspiration, and you should always seek to surround yourself with people who are doing well. And sometimes that's going to be a fellow Black woman. And you got to humble yourself and just be like, sis, man, you really doing it
I'm just
big.
saying, women work. I don't care whether it's a sister circle or
Uh-huh.
whatever.
Uh-huh.
Even if it's a fake thing, it appears that it's work. Men, it's real hard. And what I like
Put that
about
together.
you, and what you understand that the art of conversation is lost in America. And
Mm.
when like they have these barbershop talks, I've done a couple. Bring the cameras in. I I have not yet to see a camera, and I'd love to bring the cameras down to your place. Uh, Beauty shop talk where
What happens in the beauty shop stays in the beauty shop.
is that why? You know what? Because I done been to a couple of barbershops. None of the beauty shops be giving the grapes up.
It is a sacred space.
All
That
right.
can't be, that's not on, that's not
You
for
know
the
what? I
camera.
didn't realize that per se. I'm telling you, I've talked to a half dozen.
I'm gonna tell you, you take a camera in a beauty shop, it ain't gonna be nothing but crickets. You're gonna have to have a hidden camera somewhere on your shirt or on your glasses.
Yeah, well, the barbershop, they be letting it loose.
Yeah.
But when you started to employ, what was
Yes.
that like? And talk about that part of being an entrepreneur and the owner of your business when you're bringing other people in to your business that are representing your brand,
Yes.
and so forth. What what is that journey like?
Well, I'm gonna just tell you flat out, it's a scary thing. It's a scary venture. To My business is my baby. And when I hire people or invite people into my business, it's like leaving my baby with you. I need that when I come back, my baby's gonna be in one piece. It's gonna be well fed, gonna have her nap. You know what I'm saying? It's very difficult. I will say though, again, nothing but God blessed me with the particular people who I have chosen to partner with. Um, One of the oldest people that I have, well, I say oldest because she's worked with me the longest. Back when I had the space upstairs at 207, I was looking for an apprentice. I wasn't necessarily looking to hire someone. I just really wanted to teach. I really wanted to pour what I had into somebody else. And she told me she was interested, and boom, before I knew it, she left her full-time job and, was in the field of locks full time. And I just thought that was amazing. for me to see someone make that transition and for me to have encouraged that transition. You know, in 2020, in the middle of that pandemic, God just brought to my attention another person who he told me I needed to work with. I mean, I cannot tell you what made me choose her, but she came to one of my group classes and she stayed behind and she was helping sweep up. And she was like, do you need me to put this place and that place? And I was just like, you know what? Do you need a place to you know, work out of? They just came to me, man. You know, and ladies, my latest edition, we was talking about Caribbean Islands earlier. My latest edition, she's actually from Trinidad and Tobago. And she met me on Instagram. Mm-hmm. She saw me post a story. She reached out to me. She wanted to learn a technique. We did a class and I just fell in love with her.
When do you do your classes?
In my salon.
I said, when? Tell our community about that.
Okay, so our classes are quarterly. Our group classes are quarterly. So I do 4 classes a year with every quarter. But then I do one-on-ones throughout the year and they can be booked straight on our website. So you can do a one-on-one with me at any time, but the group classes are only 4 times a year.
Give them the contact information.
So you can email me at sweetwists@gmail.com and I'll spell that for you, SWEETWISTS@gmail.com, or you can go to our website and fill out a contact card and I'll contact you. It's SWEETWISTS.net. It's really simple. It's Sweet Twist across every platform. We've got TikTok, Facebook, Instagram, all of it. So whatever it is that you need to contact us on, we're Sweet Twist all across the board. You'll find us.
What's your hours?
What are my hours? So I am appointment based, so I don't have hours. I work when people book appointments with me.
What about the people that are in? How many chairs do you have in there?
We have 4 chairs.
Right. I know you got a lovely space.
Yeah, we have 4 chairs right now, and all of the other ladies are also. They're also by appointment only. So nobody is there 9 to 7 every day.
9 to 7. And what days do you have off?
I don't really take days off.
You don't take days off?
The only reason I'm not at work today is because I just got back from Atlanta and I know that I always need a day in between.
What in Atlanta? Was you doing hair?
I was. So recently we just started our TikTok. We started in January and it has just grown exponentially.
What, TikTok has grown for your company?
Yeah, we're almost at 20,000 followers on TikTok, which is way more.
20,000 followers.
I started on January 2nd.
This January 2nd of this year? Yeah. Oh, that's movement. That's movement.
Yeah. I cannot tell you why, but people want information about locked hair. They want tips, they want education, they want to just hear you talk about the journey that they're on. They want to feel comforted by someone who knows information that can help them. So our TikTok has grown. And I was asking people on TikTok, like, where should I fly to? And they were like, Atlanta was the most requested city. And then also, I wanted to tell your viewers. So last year, even though we had the pandemic, in November, was it November or October? In October, we did a Kansas City lock photo shoot. Now, I did a call to action on our Facebook page, and I asked that any woman in Kansas City that has locks to come out to this photo shoot at the Nelson Atkins Museum. And I thought that maybe only my clients is going to show up. I thought I was only going to get like 20 people. I told the museum people it was only going to be like 20, 25 people. We had over 100 people show up, and it was just a beautiful thing. We were able to display the lock queens of Kansas City. That's what I called it. I called it the lock queens of Kansas City.
You know I'm the cutoff king. Now,
go ahead. Cut me off.
Is on the phone right now. He does that with the Black Archives.
Okay.
He be having picture parties and all that. And when you say the lock photo shoot,
I'll
pitch to him to have you set that up with archives, because locks, I think the different types, that'd be a good project to feature down there, our hairstyles and things of that.
It definitely would be, considering that the Crown Act just got passed in Missouri recently, which was a beautiful thing. Yes, the Crown Act was the Hair Act, where you could not discriminate against someone with natural hairstyles or with locks. I think it is a beautiful thing that they put to action. But a company in Atlanta saw, sorry, I'm doubling back because I'm gonna forget.
Right, that's me.
A company in Atlanta saw our photo shoot and they wanted to duplicate the idea. So they decided to have their own Atlanta Lock Angels photo shoot. And since I was already going to be in Atlanta, I was like, you know what? I can do that too. So I taught classes down there, and we took clients down there. But their weather was really bad, so they decided to move it to this weekend. And unfortunately, I can't make that, with the quick turnaround. I love my clients. They got me booked until June, so I couldn't make that turnaround and fly down there next week.
Well, it was a pleasure speaking with you, and what I'm going to do when we get off this call, I'm going to put you in contact with some other people, and as I said to you, they're out in California. My partner's telling me about his daughter. She's out in California, and they do locks, and they're into that, just like you, with the health stuff. They do that. What's the seaweed? The sea moss.
Moss, yeah.
They do pop-ups. They be flying around the country doing pop-ups. They did pop-ups here, Miami, and out in California.
I would love to be connected with them. Please give me that contact.
We're gonna get you connected with them.
Okay.
As I said to you when I met you, I think that you are a influencer. I think that you have you're a trendsetter, and I think that you are going to be a major player in the industry over the next decade here in Kansas City. And from what you're telling me as it relates to you traveling to Houston and the different places to do classes, to take classes, I think your influence is going to definitely be wider than this region. Do you have any closing comments?
My closing comment is I received that. I pour that all over my life. But no, I'm just so grateful.
God, if you put the due diligence, and it was in the beginning, what was it? It was the word.
Yes.
Come to reality. I'm a witness.
I'm a witness too. And everything that has happened so far, one day was all just a thought in my mind. And then I finally was not scared enough to talk about it. And then one day it just materialized in front of my eyes, but definitely hard work. I didn't just sit around thinking about it.
You say to a young girl, and specifically for females, this is Women's History Month, what would you say to them about reaching goals and their aspirations of encouragement?
Well, I'd say a couple things. 1, you are amazing. 2, stay focused. 3, you can literally achieve anything that you put your mind to and that you work for. Nothing is going to come to you. You have to go work for it, and then it will come to you. Honestly, if they want to get into this lock industry, call me. Okay. The information I have, I would love to help. Even if it's not about locks and it's just about business, contact me. I would love to help and offer anything that I possibly can. I know tons of people in different industries, and I can probably get you a contact or a link or a mentor. So I want to help. I would love to help. What'd you say?
Give them your number again, contact information again.
Okay, so you can email us sweettwist@gmail.com or info@sweettwist.net. You can contact our website at sweetwist.net. You can look us up on Facebook at Sweetwists. You can look us up on Instagram at Sweetwists. You can look us up on TikTok at Sweetwists. And if you contact us on any of those platforms, it is going to come straight to my phone and I am going to get back to you. Okay.
All right. As we always say in closing, when you invest in your community, you're really just investing in yourself. Good night.
The program is brought to you by the Kansas City Business Association.